Well, gang, we had to do a Karelia reset. One of the viewers caught something that I completely overlooked, and it was pretty important, and it was supply. So everybody's back in their starting positions. Of course, now that I've played the first couple turns, I made some modifications in the Finnish setup and the Soviet Union setup. So I've got the Finns. Well, first let me tell you about the rule. Easier. See them white stripe guys? Underneath that guard's tank unit right there is a white stripe headquarters. They have to be supplied by that headquarters. That is the, I think, 23rd Army. Over here, this headquarters is the 21st Army. And they supply the other ones. Well, when I started doing my moves on the first two turns, I had units mixed up all over the place, and I brought reinforcements in. And I probably had about 15 units out of supply, and somebody caught it and pointed it out to me. Well, you know me, I don't like to reset. But this one, I think, it had to be reset, or else that would have been a drastic recovery or a hard recovery. So anyhow, I reset. Got some Soviet units in different positions at the start here. All right, and then the Finns, because they have those ghost hexes or the ghost soldiers, or whatever, inside the defensive lines. As long as there's so wherever a combat unit is in a defensive line hex, any other defensive line hexes adjacent to him have a ghost unit in it, and the Soviets can't enter that hex until the parent unit is destroyed. All right. So you see now I've got the Finns, which is probably a little more accurate, stretched across the entire line. There are no gaps. So those little, and there's not enough ghost counters to put in there. This game needed about 20 more. But so every one of those hexes on that, the main line of resistance there, the double black, looks like a double black thick railroad track. Those are all entirely covered. So it's as if that line were completely occupied. All right, so there's our reset. We're going to get back after playing this one again. We're going to play it some today. Also over in the corner there, I'll film that later. We'll make that a surprise. But I got a good idea from, I can't pronounce his name. He's I want to say he's from Poland, or he's from Europe, and he's got a great website. But his first name is Jest. And I saw him. He printed out the sequence of play cards on some of his games so he can just move them around on the board. So I said I was going to steal that, and he told me to take whatever I wanted from his games. So I printed me off that little sequence of play card on some cardstock, cut it out, and just slip it right underneath the plexiglass right there. That way I don't keep having to grab the rule book to look for sequence of play. And I also printed off or made a copy of the combat resolution table and all that other stuff so that I could stick it right here underneath the plexiglass too. So now the only thing I got to reach for is the rule books whenever I need to check on a funny rule, like who can supply who. All right, let's get this underway. Doing laundry, playing Karelia 44, and we'll probably pause to set up another game in the opposite corner here. Oh yeah, hey, changed my room around a little bit. Drug the table out into the middle there where I can walk all the way around it. Took these little book things I have that were ground mounted, like, I don't know, like kids' cubicles or whatever, and mounted them puppies on the wall. And that gave me a lot more space, plus top-side storage there. So now I got that whole thing like it was a top shelf. And yeah, I put a couple extra brackets under it today just for security. And that'll give me the ability to free up my shelves over here, because I want to do a little bit more organization on my shelves. Also, too, I picked up a couple of TV dinner trays for those of you that lived in the 70s and know what that is. And they're great for like sitting your rules on next to you while you're playing if you don't have the table space. I think I picked those up at Walmart for about $6, $7 or $8 or so. They're worth it. And the coolest thing in the room, that little outlet right there, that zap outlet, I've got just 6 of them come in a box, 5 or 6, and then you have a remote control. So instead of having to walk over and turn your lights on, you just pick it up, hit old button number 1, and looky, turn it off. Or how about I go over here and I hit button number 2. Looky there. Good stuff, huh? Never know what you might figure out. All right, so let's get back to playing Karelia. Like I said, it's a reset, so I'll probably play through about hopefully at least 4 or 5 turns before I film, since I don't want to waste the first 2 turns. I want to get it right. All right, we'll talk to y'all shortly.